You're going to ask for some simple advice. Well, as soon as you go down that path, you're going to be locked into following that religion, per se, in that technique. And what I say is, as soon as you start to follow that one way, you've given up your freedom mentally.
You have come to us with this thought that you don't think when you swing. And it's been talked about and it's been studied, but you have actually instilled it and you teach it. Tell us about it.
Sure. Well, I mean, again, let's go back to that first epiphany. You know, growing up with all those swing thoughts, any golfer, how are you going to learn? You're going to go and ask someone how do you play the game? You're going to ask for some simple advice. Well, as soon as you go down that path, you're going to be locked into following that religion, per se, in that technique. And what I say is, as soon as you start to follow that one way, you've given up your freedom mentally. And the only way a mind can really learn and discover new things is if it's free. So as soon as I lock myself on a stack and tilt, I can only move within that realm of stack and tilt. Whereas if I don't have any approach and I'm willing to have an open mind and look at all the different possibilities, maybe I'll end up with a swing like Matthew Wolff, maybe I'll end up with Jim Furyk, maybe I'll look like Tiger. But I've got to find my authentic swing. And I see too many people getting into this cookie cutter pattern of what proper mechanics are. And I'm glad when I see guys like Matt Wolff who say, I'm not going down that path. I'm going to trust my own natural instincts to figure this out. And you can see the results. Under pressure, the guys whose swings are natural, the Bubba Watsons, the Jim Furyk, these guys win majors because those movements are natural. They've instilled them from an early age. No one tinkered with them. No one played with them. Just go online and check out the little kids out there and see those 4-year-olds on Instagram who are just crushing balls with perfect mechanics. Now, you know they didn't learn those mechanics from a teacher. They're 4 years old. You can't get them to sit still for 5 seconds.
Right.
So they're learning those because it's a natural, instinctive action if you don't allow thought to get in the way. How did you learn to walk? You learn to walk not by anyone helping you with language. You don't even speak at that age. So how did you figure out that complex motor skill? It's not that you weren't thinking. Your brain was very alert. You were totally into it, but you weren't using thought in its limited capacity. You know, science has already proven to us that you can only think about something one thing at a time. Well, if I can only think about one thing at a time, the golf swing has hundreds of moving parts that all have to sync together. If I keep breaking it apart, why do you think a swing lasts for a day and then the next day you come out, it's not there? Because that sync is just a little bit off.
That's the question.
So I'm sure you guys can relate to that.
Yeah. Oh, well, I know I can. No, that's the question we ask ourselves all the time. Every golfer asks themselves, how did I forget how to play golf? And how did my swing just go away? And how is a swing different from shot to shot, hole to hole in some cases? Now, even great golfers and PGA and LPGA tour professionals have a bad swing. They're not perfect every single time.